Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord does so many things right, but also us veterans from Mount & Blade Warband, there are definitely features that we are missing. And in today's video, I'm going to show you one mod that does this perfectly, bringing a ton of the coolest features of Warband into Bannerlord. Before we dive in though, I want to let you know that the channel has recently partnered with ExpressVPN. Are you sick and tired of the Lords of Calradia stealing your data, or annoyed that you can't get access to that latest hit Kazite show? Then make sure to go to the description and check out ExpressVPN. They protect your data and let you change your geolocation to up to 94 countries, unlocking sites and services only available in those countries. On top of that, if you use my link in the description, you gain 3 months free when signing up for 12. And I actually want to focus on one of these because I think it's just such a cool way to spice up your campaign and provide you with a completely different experience than you're used to. The mod I am talking about is Mount & Blade 2 Warlod, and this mod adds in pretty much any feature that you loved in Warband into Bannerlord. Adds in feasts, claimants, books and scrolls, deserters and manhunters, nobility, so you won't just be given a banner right away, you have to earn it, reactive companions, belligerent drunks, bandit ambushes, and of course the nervous man. I mean, Warband players, am I right? But in today's video, I really wanted to focus in on one of those, and that is the claimant quest. So this is basically someone who has a rightful claim to the throne of each of the Calradian kingdoms. However, they don't have the manpower or the, I guess, support to push that claim. And that is where, of course, you, the player, come in. You can hunt down these claimants, hear their stories, and pledge your allegiance, betraying your lord and creating what is in all turns a pretty epic civil war. And I personally just think that's like such a nice way of splitting up the mid game where you're used to just fighting kingdom after kingdom. Why not just create a massive civil war inside of a kingdom, split the kingdom in two organically, and then have a very unique campaign map look after that civil war has concluded? Okay, so how does this mod exactly work? How can you progress this? So generally this will be something that you'll be doing in the mid game when you've joined a kingdom. You do actually have to be a part of a kingdom of the claimant you want to press, but when you are there, you'll be able to find them pretty easily. They're scattered around the map. At the beginning of the game, they're going to spawn in for every single faction. So for example, right here we have the Valandian claimant. If we go all our way over to say the Imperial, I believe there's one Imperial claimant for the entirety of the throne. Yeah, you can see they're at war with every single faction, so good luck on to you. Then of course we have the same one for the Azurai, which can be seen right here, the Kazite claimant, and of course the Sturgian claimant. As I said, each of these claimants are completely uniquely generated every single time. So for me, at this current point in the game, the Valandian claimant is actually still surprisingly in Valandia. I've cheated my way here, so we're here a lot quicker than you should be. But generally, what you will find is that the claimants of every kingdom will kind of go to the capital of the neighboring empires. This will make life much easier to go ahead and talk to them, because you can just go and find them in the keep and go ahead and say, hey, what's up? For me, however, we are going to actually have to go ahead and initiate a little bit of a combat dialogue, because we are at war with him. We are part of the Valandian Empire, and of course, we are at war with the Valandian claimants. However, I'm sure he can bring me to his side. So again, when we talk to him, luckily we can immediately dive into this conversation, which is really nice. So again, every single one of the lords have their very own unique story. So again, you can really go and dive into the lore if that is what you're interested in, and find out exactly why you should be supporting this forerunner for the kingdom you are a part of. You can hear out his claim and well and truly decide if his cause is just enough for you to join. Right here with the Valandian one, we get a little bit of backstory suggesting that Derhart was one of this man's father's generals, and as his father died and this boy went missing, Derhart seized control of the lands of Valandia and exiled this, true heir to the throne of Valandia. And it gives a pretty nice quote as well: for a warrior can be a scholar, and a scholar a warrior, and to my mind only one who combines the two fits to be king. I mean, hey, you've got my vote, my man. I am joining you. So once you've listened to his story, you can go ahead and hit this button right here, which says, I want to take up your cause and help you reclaim the throne. As of right now, I can't do it in this little show because you actually need 2 notables to actually be backing you. This means nobles, and that I think mine's just a little bugged out because I cheated the relationship, so I don't think it's quite registered. But basically, all you're going to need to do is find 2 clans inside of Valandia and make them like you. And that's literally all you need to do. And then you'll be able to initiate the civil war. Them clans who like you will go ahead and support the actual claim itself, and you'll start basically a big civil war. In the example I'm showing, the modder blocc who went ahead and created this, again I'll link his YouTube channel of course along with this mod down below in the description. He goes ahead and supports the Aserai claimant, and he is basically tasked with going in and starting to conquer the lands of the Aserai. You are now given a quest, and it says if you succeed in winning this civil war, you will be rewarded with castles and I think 20,000 gold, which isn't actually that much money considering you're toppling a kingdom. The nice thing also is that you are now made a temporary kingdom on top of that, so you can form armies. It would have really sucked if that just wasn't the case and you were forced to actually go ahead and do this all independently, but no, you can go ahead and actually form armies, which is good, so your companions can join you, form up, and obviously the notables who joined you. So again, you can actually form a pretty large army and actually launch a proper civil war. Then to actually win the civil war, you need to have half of the settlements in that kingdom, or just over half of that. That in turn will then complete the quest and give you your reward, and a new king will sit on the Aserai throne. You do, however, have to be careful because other clans will jump on this mayhem. The new Bannerlord AI in 1.2 and onwards have really gotten good at like making sure that kingdoms, if they're in plenty of wars, they get jumped on. So that is something you're gonna have to be very aware of. And I just think overall it's just such a cool concept. It's something completely different. Civil wars are great, and I actually really wish that this was just in the base game. Like, think how cool it would be if there were just organic civil wars erupting up everywhere. I mean, we are in literally just after the legendary battle of Penador, whatever it is, Penelum, I can't remember in the main story. You know, the lands of Calradia are in complete strife, so it would make complete sense that we have these lords rising and going down to power. These larger scale civil wars should be happening, and kingdoms should be jumping upon one another, which is why I really like this mod, because it shows something that could be, you know, very nicely in the game. And I'd love to see it more organically. Like I'd love to see the AI actually utilize this and kingdoms splitting in 2. Even with the empire being split in 3, why not cut them in half as well? Have lords split away. Yeah, I just think it'd provide such a unique thing to the actual campaign map. Keep things fresh as well. Like, we've been playing on Calradia for like 4 or 5 years, and that's absolutely fine. You know, the game is still really fun, but actually having like extra kingdoms pop up and stuff would be great. And I think, again, we are actually a little bit closer to that stage with the new 1.2 update, as that provides with kingdom destruction. When kingdoms get destroyed, they can join other kingdoms, or their clans just disappear and fade into obscurity, which provides a great basis for something like civil wars in the future. Having these kingdoms split, and then one side is victorious, some clans join, some clans don't, and then they fade away. Like, it's just perfect. So hopefully Taleworlds is planning something along these lines as we go further forward. And as I mentioned, I think this mod does just such a good job at showing that off, showing the potential of it, and provides something just really unique to the campaign, allowing you to play a completely different style of campaign. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that's just one of the several things that this mod does, so definitely go check it out. If you would like me to check out the entire, I guess, mod collection from Mount and Blade Warlord, then do let me know. I'd be more than happy to go in and kind of show off every single feature and how to access them. As always, make sure you check out the mod down below in the description, along with blocc's YouTube channel. He posts tons of videos which are worth checking out. If you have any other suggestions on mods that I need to check out on my channel, let me know down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.